Hello, hello, welcome in. We are setting the mic up. Hey, Chris. Chris, is the sound good? Are we good with sound? Okay, thanks. I forgot about that. I meant to ask you when you were here to make sure you were on to help me with that. Okay, let me just get you there, Chris. Um, that is I had to make sure I checked everything off for you. How's everyone doing tonight? If you can share the live, I would appreciate it. Chris, could you just comment anything? I just want to make sure I see the little people or person, I think it is, next to your name. I just want to double check. There it is, anything. I just want to make sure that symbol was there. You did anything, right? You would. Oh, Lord, help me. Oh, let me get the phones ready. So we have Keith will be calling and Mike McCloskey. He said, I did. I said I walked into that one. Oh, Lord. Mickey, how are you? Let me see. I gotta see who's here. All right. You're good. And just wanted to say, Paul is here. For those who know Angel from Wiley's Wishes, they were on their way to pick up the dog from Manny, Thor, his neighbor's dog, and there was an accident. Angel's okay. Oh, here's Ray. I wanted to text you, Ray, but I just got done everything. Angel's okay, but someone ran a red light, and Becky was in an accident. Where is she? Okay.
Wait, who's Becky?
So Becky is one of the dog handlers who transports the
Oh,
dog.
okay.
She's in intensive care.
Oh no.
They some guy ran a red light and T-boned her car, and she's in intensive care. Angel got me. Angel didn't call me. I called her because she just didn't respond. That's not Angel. She didn't even know what I was talking about. Like, she was that upset. She couldn't even talk. And yeah, so Becky is, so she said she was gonna proceed to go grab this dog because the people that were taking the dog don't want to wait. Are you kidding me? For an emergency? So she was going to go get the dog and be at the hospital also right after. So if we could just keep Becky in our prayers. She transports the dogs from the prisons to the homes, and she transports them back. So she was she was in front of Angel. Angel said
Oh,
the whole thing. It was so, she said one of it was so
saw
bad.
it?
Yeah, she said it was so bad. So she's in intensive care. Um,
Oh my
yeah,
gosh.
Angel could hardly, she was so upset. And I said, do you want me to notify anybody? She's like, just get to Manny and let him know. And then I'll fill everyone in. I don't know. I hope everything's okay with Keith if he isn't up to doing this, but he didn't say anything. So I'm sure we're all good for tonight. But um, they all know Becky. I mean, I know of her. I couldn't tell you. You know what I mean? I just know of her. They spoke
Yeah.
about her. So, I never heard back from Annie either. So she was almost at the prison to go get Thor. She, like I said, she tried to put it off till tomorrow, but the family that has adopted the dog wanted the dog tonight.
Oh.
So yeah, I thought it was something because like I said, Angel only we talk, myself and Angel, we talk on weekends. We'll message at night here and there, but we will really talk on Saturday, Sunday. We talk about what's going on with the dog program, different things. For her to call, especially when I'm live, you know. Oh, we already got a prison call. Wait, whose phone's? Oh, we already got a call. I think it's probably Mike is calling.
Okay, well, I'll drop down, but I'll be saying prayers.
Okay, thank you. I'll keep you posted. I gotta
Yeah,
talk to you anyway
keep me
tomorrow.
updated. Okay.
Okay, thanks, Ray. Liz, yeah, I don't know if you're aware of who she is and with the dog program because Brian's in it.
You have a prepaid call.
But
You will not be charged for this call.
You could
Say or dial.
you can let
Thank you
them
for
well when
using Global
his tablet's
Family.
working. Hi, Mike.
Hello.
How are you?
So good. I'm doing good.
That's good.
I just wanted to make sure I knew what time I should call in for this.
Oh, okay. Exactly 8:30. It's 8:21, so that you and Keith are on the same time. So we got 10 minutes.
Okay.
So do you want to call back, or how do you want to do it? Because it's going to go out by the by the time Keith calls, it's going to go out again.
Right. That's like all early, just so I knew.
Yeah. So yeah, a few minutes. That's all about so it's 5:30 for you. Okay. All right. Talk to you in a few minutes. Okay. Bye-bye. Hi, Lisa. Yeah. Usually, so they're on the same time wave. We want to keep that. On my way to. Oh, you are. Well, send in prayers. Who's in jail? I'm confused. I don't know what that is. Who's in jail? Hey, Parker. So yeah, Liz, I did write to Brian. Oh, in prison. I figured that is what it was. We're going to be. Oh, that's okay. So it's the discussion. The discussion tonight is about rugs and rehabilitation in prison while you're a prisoner. So that's what we're going to be discussing tonight. As soon as they call, we have about 5 minutes to go, 8 minutes to go. Wait, okay. Are you related? Are you Kim? No, I don't know if you're using other name. I know. Okay, I see KM. No, but NX. Okay, all right. Oh, hi. So nice to meet you. Okay. So yeah, Liz, Rose, I'm sorry, I forgot the code word. I know, Liz. I'm trying not to anything happen tonight. I get the other account back in about it said 15 more minutes. So but anyway, yeah, Liz, I didn't say anything to Brian, in that message that I sent. But so if you get to talk to him and you want to mention it, so it's Becky. She is one of the handlers for Wiley's Wishes. Or I was going to tell him when we talk tomorrow if he can call me. I did send him a nice message. I have to send that message to you too, Liz. Please. That other one got to me tonight a little bit. But so yeah, Angel's okay. She's shaken up now. She witnessed the accident. Becky's on her way. Well, she's in intensive care. So yeah, it's just a lot. And I'm sure Brian and Tommy know who that is. And I'll message them tonight. And yes, that's Liz's. Everybody knows who Liz is. That's Brian's wife. Do you have all kinds of different? Yeah, I do. Every Friday night we have a different topic. So Keith, my co-host, Keith Erickson, he calls in, he sets these up for me. He will let me know who we're speaking to. He'll pick the inmate he wants me to have on. We will get the inmate. I talk to them beforehand just to go over things. Keith just wants to make sure everything's okay. And then Keith sets up all the questions for the live and we go from there. And it's a different topic every week. Oh, Dash Mom. So during my last live, during the 2:30 live, I got a call from Angel when I was up here with Ray. And I said to her, I'm going to take the call because Angel never calls me. Like, especially, she calls me on the weekend. She would never call me during my live. So something was up. And then Manny messaged me from prison and said, can you reach out to Angel? She was supposed to be here to pick up a dog today. Thor was supposed to be picked up today. Hey, Cindy. And no one ever showed up. Oh, no, you're good, Dash Mom. And she didn't show up to pick up the dog because I told Manny to have the dog ready like early today. Because I usually handle that. I handle that for Angel. So he messaged me like, I haven't heard from nobody. We don't know what's going on. Can you find out what the holdup is? Make sure everything's okay. And I did. And I found out that on the way to go pick up the dog from prison, because he's being adopted, there was a car accident. And Becky, not Angel, but Becky, who transports the dogs from prison to Wiley's Wishes to wherever they're being adopted out. Somebody ran a red light. And hit her car, and she's in intensive care. Becky is. So Angel witnessed it. Angel was behind her. Angel was driving in the car behind her. And Angel was a mess. That's why she called me during the live. I thought something was wrong because she would never, not that I care, but she would never. So just prayers for Becky. She handles the dogs at the she'll do the transportation. Thank you, Parker. Thank you, everyone. Dash Mom, I appreciate that. I do. Yeah, exactly what Christy said. And Chris, that's another thing. You can, to pin a comment, you hold the comment and pin it if you want to try it. And so people will see that.
You have a prepaid call from
Erickson.
But they can't be pinned during if I have boxes.
the Pleasant Valley State Prison, Coalinga, California. This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded. You have a prepaid call.
Thank you,
will not
everyone.
be charged for this call.
I don't even know.
To accept this call,
Keith knows
say
everything.
or dial 5
Right.
now. Thank you for using Global Tel Link.
Mama Marge.
Hello. How are you?
You know what?
That's good.
How are you?
I'm doing good. What's new today? Anything?
No, nothing. Just sitting here with little Finn Man.
Oh,
Little
okay.
Finian.
What's he doing? Is he being good? He's always good.
Yeah, he just ate a figure, little rawhide figure, and then ate his dinner, and now he's back in his bed. Kind of
Oh,
very simple life, Marge.
exactly. Yep. Keith, did you see Wiley's Wishes today? Were they in for the dogs?
Yeah, she stopped by and told us.
Okay.
Becky got into a car. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wanted to make sure you know because she actually called me during my live and she was pretty upset. I felt bad. Yeah.
Oh.
Connie. Yeah, she
Yeah,
couldn't.
she stopped by. Yeah, dropped off a dog, and then we ended up coming back.
Oh,
A
okay.
little while later, we came back. You know.
Yeah, because she was picking up
No.
Thor, because I had to tell Manny, because usually I set these up now. You didn't know I have a job there. I usually set up who's being picked up and tell them to have them ready. And so I know she was picking up Thor, and then she said, and Manny messaged me and said he was a little concerned because no one showed up, and he just wanted to make sure everything was okay. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're keeping Becky in our prayers.
Yeah, she's okay.
Yeah. I heard she's in intensive
This
care,
call and your
so
telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
we have Mike's
She's
calling
all
it.
naked.
This is
Yeah,
Global
she's gonna be
Tellink. You have a
okay.
prepaid call
Yep.
from
Michael McCloskey?
an incarcerated individual at the Pleasant Valley
Hi,
State Prison,
Katie.
Coalinga, California. This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded. You have a prepaid call. You will not be charged for this call. To accept this call, say or dial. Thank you for using Global Tellink.
Mike.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
You good?
How you doing?
Yeah, okay, good.
Good.
I have Keith on the phone now. Keith called in, so we have Keith on the phone. Yep.
All right.
So how's everything? You doing okay?
Yeah, I'm doing
Right,
good.
good.
Had a good day today.
Oh, good. I'm glad. Well, that's good. And Keith, is Jamie going to be joining us? Should we share it out to her? I wasn't sure if she's busy. Should I said it?
I'm not sure. It's Friday. She just got off work. I don't know if she's going to stop by this college,
Right.
MJC, or not.
Oh.
She might. Yeah, so I'm not sure.
Yeah. If somebody just wants to
might,
share it
somebody-
out to Jamie, Katie, I know you know Jamie's name. Just to let her know if she comes. Thank you. Done. She did. Yeah. So if she knows, we're live. And Mike,
Yeah.
I shared it out to everyone you sent me. I did message everyone, so we got
Okay.
that. Yeah. So that's all taken care
I
of.
appreciate that.
No problem. No problem at all. So Keith, was it busy today? Did you have class or?
No, I just worked with, me and Mike went out this morning, and then I trained with Finn, and then I had to go, both of us had ducats for different stuff. I had to go to mental health. So I went to mental health, then I came back, I worked out, and then I took a shower, and then I did some, finished reading, one of the dog training books I'm reading, and then, finished my book report, did my homework, and then, got ready for the meeting and went over there, and it was like we stood out there for a while,
Right.
at least an hour, over an hour. They didn't tell us. Yeah, they never tell us over here.
Oh.
And
Okay.
then I came back. Yeah.
So then, so
Not too
you are you at the same yard, or you're in the same yard, right? Or
Yeah,
different?
it's like 3 cells down from me.
Okay. All right.
I could yell out my door. Yeah.
Mike,
Right.
it's hi, Michael. This is your sis Sherry. Sherry's here. Welcome, Sherry.
Hey, Sherry.
She's here. She's watching. I love that. I love when the families
Yeah, when-
join.
Oh yeah, when the
Yeah,
full name
this
comes
call
out,
and
Michael,
your
you know it's a
telephone
family
number will be
member.
monitored
You
and
know it's a
recorded.
family member.
Wait a minute. Oh, Keith, the recording went off. What did you say? I'm sorry.
I said when the full name comes out, Michael, you know it's a family member.
Oh, okay.
When they say Michael.
So do you prefer Mike
And
or
then if it's a
Michael?
You can call me Michael or Michael. It doesn't matter to me.
Okay. All right. That's good.
Yeah, I always started off to dinner, Mike, but
Wait, what? With Keith?
it makes no difference. I said, you can call us whatever you want, just don't call us late to dinner.
That's right. That's right.
Right, just don't call us.
Oh, and I see Lauren. Oh, I didn't realize, Lawrence. I didn't realize you were his dad. So your dad's here. Welcome. So, Mike, it says, "Hi, son. It's your pop."
Right on.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I was messaging, but I didn't know who was who. I just messaged everyone for them. And I send both. I send the link for the live, and I did send them the commercial too.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that was one for my son. One went to my brother, my sister, Terry, my mom, Patricia, and my stepdad, Larry.
Well, look at this. And John's,
They were still
it says, "Hi,
trying to-
Dad. It's your son." Just came in.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, it's my son.
Oh, welcome.
Hey, boy.
What's your son's name? His first name?
John.
John.
Jon.
Okay. All right. Look. And thank you, everyone, for welcoming Michael's family into the chat. I love this. And it's great to have family support. And my whole chat, I have just great friends who join us every week, and they're all welcoming your family. I absolutely love this. And thank you, Katie. I appreciate this. I really do. We have such a good community, and everyone gets together, and it's like, I love this. But let's see. Okay, I just want to make sure I didn't miss anybody. I think we're okay with catching up with everyone. So when we do get started, when it formally gets started, when we're ready with Keith, we're getting a few more people in here. Mike, we'll just both of you will hang up, and then you will call back together, so we're on the same time, like with the calls.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll let you know, and then you just keep calling me back every 15 minutes. Keith, I wish they would change that. The 15 minute.
Nice.
That's
Right?
how I would.
Oh,
Yeah, I know how to get around that. I know how to get around that. Let me come home. That's how
that's
they
right.
do away with all of that.
That's right.
Yeah.
Right, Mike, you agree?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my God.
100%.
Yeah, I know.
Don't they know all that?
Exactly. Hey, Crystal, welcome
No, I don't
in.
know why they do that.
No, so I understand before,
This
like
call
every
and your telephone number will be
15
monitored
minutes.
and recorded.
And I figured, wasn't that like when you used to have to like wait for a phone? But now that you're using tablets, right? Or am I wrong?
Yeah. Oh, that's true.
Not
Yeah,
to
that's
tie it
very
up.
much true.
Right.
But I mean, it's still like that in the day rooms. They still have phones in the day rooms, so maybe that's why.
Oh, okay. And I know, what is it, Tennessee? Tennessee, they get a half hour. Because there was
Oh,
someone
really?
that was in the chat, I think her family member's in a prison in Tennessee, and they get a half hour, she said.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. I don't know why, but it's so good. I'm so glad we're doing this tonight. Keith, it was good talking to you Sunday. Like, we had a good conversation. We have to do that more.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we did. I told you call me once in a while. You never call me.
That's right. We message all day long, but the phone calls, yeah, see, he told me to call him.
Yeah, I didn't even have time to be on my tablet today.
I
I
know.
was just out and about. So.
I know. I even told Mike, you like usually, and I know you've been busy. I could tell when you're busy between the messages and then the questions.
Yeah.
I told Mike I would have them as soon as you sent them. And I know usually you have them early in the week, but we're good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I've had a.
Yeah, he's got
Even
some
though I
really
like my
questions on
load
there.
on a lot of stuff, I still have a lot of.
You are so busy. And then I'm sure with college and everything, that's keeping you busy
Yeah,
too
probably
now.
got this.
hmm So, Mike, do you have a dog right now, or?
Yeah, he wants to
At this
stand.
moment, I don't.
Oh.
I'm pretty new to the program. Keith had me working with Finn. He even spent the night the other night. So me and Finn have been spending some time together. He's a good dog.
Yes.
Really
Finn,
easy to work with, too.
yeah. Finn is our
He's
favorite.
taking it easy on me.
Yep. Everyone knows Finn. Finn is very well known.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's well known around the yard, too.
Oh, okay. Around the yard. In fact, there's
Yeah.
friends of mine from Soledad, Brian and Tommy over there. They were like, we got to meet Finn. And I'm like, wait, what are you talking about? They said, yeah, Finn was here over at Soledad. I was like, are you kidding me? So they were like, I can't believe how well trained he is. Like, Keith is amazing with him because they said he's just an amazing dog. I'm like, you're telling me? We know Finn. But I didn't know he was over there, Keith.
Yeah, he went over there on a little field trip.
Yeah,
He went over there. He went out for a few days. So
that's good. That's good.
yeah, he went. Yeah,
I've
been making him run. Mike had him running too the other day, so I'm not the only one making him run.
Oh, okay.
So he was running with Mike too. So
Oh,
he ain't happy about it.
I'm sure he's not. You
So
wanted
why lie or die?
to start working out, and now we got Finn running too.
It's like, what part of the game is this, Dad?
Yeah. Cindy, I noticed that. I can't pin either. I can't pin. I don't know what's going on with the app, but it's not allowing us to pin comments tonight. I checked for an update. There is
Really?
no update. So if we have to put something in
Yeah.
the chat. Yeah, Christy
Yeah, what does
said,
that mean, like-
I got a message for you from Christy. Ask Keith when I get my coloring
Yeah.
book. She wants her coloring book.
Oh, I know everybody is. I've been working on it. I worked on it again yesterday.
Yeah.
I did a couple more yesterday. I'm trying to get 40 pictures in there
Okay.
of the dogs.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Christy's so
40
excited for
that way
this,
it's front
Keith.
and back. Yeah.
Yeah, she's excited.
Okay.
Yeah.
Vinny's on the cover wearing a cowboy hat.
Oh my
all.
God. Really? I love it.
Yeah, he's got a cowboy hat on and his little Thanksgiving handkerchief that Angel bought him.
Aw.
You have 60 seconds remaining.
And Katie is ready for her book too. So we have 60 seconds. So when we're going to hang up and then both of you call back together and then Keith, we can get started.
Okay.
You ready?
Ready?
Sounds like a
All
plan.
right. All right. Call right back. All right. We'll get started. Beans Keith's phone went out first. So we have them hang up together and call back together. So I'm just answering it at the same time so we don't have to, interrupt each other. I know. I can't wait for this book to come out, the coloring book. Katie, you're going to have to tell me how many kids you have in class. We'll have to get those books to you. I can't wait. So it's supposed to be at the end of the month. By the 30th, we're supposed to have the coloring book.
This is Global
Book
Tail
number
Link.
4.
You have a prepaid call from
Keith Erickson.
an incarcerated individual at the Pleasant Valley State Prison, Coalinga, California. This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded. The Pleasant Valley State Prison. Thank you for using Global Tail Link. This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded. You have a prepaid call. You will not be charged for this.
Oh, here
Thank
we
you
go.
for using Global Tail Link.
Okay. Well, we're going to get started tonight. We have, of course, my co-host Keith Erickson with us, and we have Michael is joining us tonight. So, Keith, you want to take it away?
Yes. So first and foremost, I want to thank everybody, especially our loyal listeners and the friends, family members that show up every week to support us unconditionally. Tonight's topic is Pitfalls of Addiction, drug addiction, before and after a life of incarceration, and the road to recovery and personal healing. This topic is a very hot topic, especially for individuals, coming into the prison system. And I know we haven't really talked about it a lot specifically. We might have touched on it during the personal stories that we've shared of the men that came on this platform, but we haven't really got into depth with somebody that can give us firsthand account and experience of a life of addiction and substance use. And tonight's special guest is actually a pretty good close friend of mine, Michael McCloskey. We were in another prison prior to his arrival here. I had not seen him in quite a few years, but when I did leave him at Kern Valley State Prison, I want to say 10, maybe 8, 9 years ago, we were both at different places in our lives. So when I saw him here, it was really good to see him and see how far he's come in his personal growth. And like I said, I'm glad to have him here on the platform tonight. So with that said, I'll hand it back over to you, MargeC, and just let us know what you got, where to go.
Absolutely. So, Mike, do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, good evening. So yeah, I'm a 56-year-old. I've been incarcerated since '94.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
Brother, of a son, a brother, a father, to a wonderful son. I'm also a grandfather to 2 wonderful grandchildren. And I've been doing a lot of work on myself. This is my first level 3 I've been on since I've been incarcerated. So it's a whole new program for me here. And I'm looking forward to all these new things I'm getting involved in.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
Absolutely. So do you want to share a little bit about where you're from or how you ended up in prison and anything else you feel that paints a clearer picture of yourself for the listeners?
Yeah, sure. Well, I was born here in California in '69. Never met my biological father, and my mother remarried when I was really young. And my stepfather, he adopted me and my 2 sisters. Well, he was the only father I ever knew. With his job, we moved around a whole lot. So that was always something I struggled with, always moving. We lived all over this country, on the East Coast, West Coast, and in the middle of the states. It's something I struggled with a lot. I was kind of a shy, awkward kid. And so I was always trying to fit in where I could fit in. Let's see. Mine is going blink on me right now. So yeah,
That's
I
okay.
just
Thank you.
Yeah, give
Okay.
us a little bit about, like, your first, your first experiments with substance use. When did you first get introduced?
So, okay. So yeah, I started really young, stealing my dad's cigarettes. I started off kind of bad. Yeah, stealing my dad's cigarettes at like 8 years old. That ended up turning into sneaking alcohol. I never really messed around with alcohol a whole lot, but it was available. I would sneak into that. It wasn't until I was about 16 when I started smoking marijuana, and that's when I really fell deep into using. It was mainly just marijuana for me. But if someone else had some kind of a drug at the time and they offered it, I was always up to do it because it always made me feel better. And I always felt like I was a better person when I was high. Because like I said, I was always a shy, awkward kid. And basically drugs just made me feel a lot better.
That's
Okay.
understandably.
Uh,
So, what was your addiction influence in your past criminal lifestyle and or your choices that you made?
yeah, really, it's probably more the other way around. I think I got into just making a lot of bad choices and criminal activity, and I think I would smoke a lot of weed. Like during my childhood, not childhood, but into my teens, when I was smoking weed, I smoked it a lot. I probably used that as a coping mechanism. And so pretty much everything I did, I was with friends and we were all get stoned together. So that fueled into me going on just causing a ruckus, whether we were just up to no good or if I happened to be actually doing burglaries or something like that. So it wasn't until I was a little bit older when I started using cocaine, and that's when I really addiction really hit me. I think I never really thought about addiction when I was smoking weed. Never thought that as an addictive drug. When I started using cocaine, that really grabbed a hold of me, and I knew that I was becoming a problem, and because I could see how I was hurting myself and my family.
Right. Yeah.
And that using that substance, I also was doing a lot of criminal activity just to pay for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's understandable. Yep. Oh man. Okay. What would you say was the most collateral damage you experienced as a result of your past addiction? And how have you mended that damage?
Well, that would have to be my controlling case right here that I'm doing time for, because I took 2 lives. That was in the grip of my cocaine addiction. That was something that really tore me down to nothing. I was at such a low place in my life that I wanted to end my life just for me to stop hurting, for me to stop hurting my family with what I was doing. I was really hurting my wife badly and my son. But as hard as I tried, I couldn't take my own life. I wanted to end my life so badly to make all this stop, but I couldn't do it. And all the anger I was feeling at myself and at the individuals that kept telling me.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
I just end up focusing all that anger onto them. I feel like people just kept feeding me this drug. No matter what I brought them, they just kept giving it to me. And I could see how I was myself. So I was like, I couldn't see how other people couldn't see how bad I was. And in my mind, I just put all my anger onto them. And it ended up being a really bad night that night. And 2 people lost their lives because of it.
Oh.
And I ended up where I'm sitting today. That's the very same night. I ended up turning myself in that night after the fact.
Oh, okay. So you turned yourself in?
And he is a youth offender as well, so
help,
he was sentenced as a youth.
Oh. So you're a youth
Yeah.
offender, Keith was saying.
What was that?
You're a youth offender. When
Yeah,
you're,
he was sentenced as a because he was under 25.
oh, okay. So you were under 25 when you were sentenced.
Oh, yeah. So that law that passed, I was 24 years old, so I became a youth offender, yeah. which I had already have actually gone to board one time. That was 7 years ago. They gave me a 7-year denial, and so I go to board again at the end of this year.
Oh, okay, at the end of the year. I think you mentioned that to me. Because you did go to board. How many times did you go to board?
I've been one time, and that was in 2018.
2018. Okay.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
Was there a particular event or series of events that took place in your life that caused you to seek recovery on a more personal level than before?
Yes. Yeah, this took place in 2023, and I had an overdose. I had been going through some relapse issues, and one evening me and a cellie of mine had scored some heroin. I guess it was laced with fentanyl because it dropped me. I remember sitting to myself, telling my son that this stuff was good, and then next thing I know, I was waking up strapped to a gurney in our day room, surrounded by cops and medical staff. And I just looked around, and was like, outwardly, I said, "What's going on?" But inwardly, I was saying a lot of things that I can't say right now. But
Right.
because I knew what had happened, I just kind of put it together, and was just really kicking myself in the butt because I just messed up a lot of good stuff I had going for me with that one act. And I had a lot of soul searching to do and to really think about what I needed to do and stay clean and stop hurting myself, because in the process I was just hurting my family even more.
Yeah, absolutely.
I really just had to look deep at myself and figure out a way, to keep myself clean and avoid these pitfalls, these relapse.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, Mike and I had a conversation today, and we were talking about recovery and the things that we did, the physical things that we had to do to avoid relapse, but also outside of that is
You have 60 seconds remaining.
like the underlying issues of what caused us, and we both admitted that we both had in our initial recovery stages, we had what we call self-sabotage,
Right.
where we self-sabotaged ourselves, like subconsciously we self-sabotage ourselves because deep down we didn't feel that we were going to make it anyway. So, like, why even try? Like, even though the intent was that we wanted to be in recovery, we wanted to be sober, like, in the back of our minds, we developed this pattern of thinking where, well, man, we've never been able to do it before, so why is it this time going to be any different? So having those conversations gives me another perspective into recovery as well, especially for Mike's story, so it was cool that we had that conversation.
Right.
Call back?
Maybe, yeah, call back, because I don't want to get into the next question. So call back, Mike.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, since 94. And welcome into all the family members too and friends that just joined. They're just going to call back as soon as they can. The phone was going in and out a little bit, and the tablet, it does happen sometimes where you'll hear it go silent and then it'll come back. It's been happening lately. I don't know what's going on with their tablets again. But so far, so good.
This is Global Tel Link. You have a prepaid call from
Keith Erickson.
I see
an
Jamie's
incarcerated
here.
individual at the Pleasant Valley State Prison, Coalinga, California. This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded. You have a prepaid call. You will not be. Thank you for using Global Tel Link. At the Pleasant Valley State Prison, Coalinga, California. This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded. You have a prepaid. Thank you for using Global Tel Link.
We're back. And Jamie,
All right, we're
Jamie
back.
joined. Yep, we're back. Yeah. So Jamie did join in, Keith. So,
Okay.
yep. So Michael, in what ways are you now able to maintain your sobriety? And in having the ability to do so, what have you been able to address in your life that promotes healing and personal growth?
So that's a really good question. In the past, I've had periods where I've gone as long as a year and was able to stay sober, but I've always ended up falling back into it for one reason or another, and that's because I was always just trying to do it on my own. I was attending NA classes when I was able to, and those were only once a week, and a lot of times they might not get ran for one reason or another. But I really had to find, NA they teach you to find your higher power, and it's really, it really struck me mostly when I got here and I've seen the church they have here. It's like the second largest church in the prison system in the state of California. And I feel like God put me here, that I was able to find my faith again here. And so turning my life and my will over to my higher power, not living for my own self-will, every day asking for Him to guide me to His will. That's the main thing right there. If I can't just rely on myself, I can't rely on. I'm not strong enough by myself to do it, so I rely on Him, and each day that can get me through the day. I start my day off by praying and thanking Him for another day. As far as healing my family, keeping my family close is the biggest thing. I've been blessed with my family, my son. They're always there for me.
I love that.
And yeah, it's a wonderful thing. And that's the biggest thing for me. Is just if I didn't have my family, I'm not really sure what I would do. But through the good times and the really bad times, they've always been right there for me. And I feel I'm really blessed to have that.
Yep, and you have a lot of support in here tonight with your family. I'm watching, like, so many people are in here.
Yeah. And and my personal growth, just being able to talk. Since I've been here, I felt like I've been able to help a couple guys. There's one guy, he got out of prison a few months ago, but he was always telling me we'd always walk the track together and we would talk, and I would always try to reassure him and give him pointers on, when he got out, to just go out there and find some NA meetings to get into, because that's the kind of people that you want to get involved with. You were going to be getting out there and being homeless, didn't have a place to go to. They told me, you don't want to fall back into the place where you were before. Find some NA meetings that you can go to and meet these people, and there's people out there that will help you. And I just, me helping someone like that helps myself immensely.
Right.
It keeps me on that path, and it helps me to grow.
Oh, okay. So I see there's Angela's in the chat. She says you're an amazing artist. She says, yeah. And who is that? Your sister? Is that your sister?
Yeah, it's my sister.
Okay.
She's like a year and a half older than me, and then I have another sister who's about Terry. She's about 5 years older than me.
Okay.
she's probably working right now. She owns a restaurant. And she has to work. So she's probably at work right now.
That's
She works
amazing.
Fridays.
Oh, okay. All right.
This call and
So,
or telephone
Michael,
number
having
will be monitored and
experienced
recorded.
addiction before and after incarcerated, would you say it's harder to find recovery inside prison than outside, or vice versa?
This question probably, depending on who you ask, would have a different answer. For me, I mean, prison is, if drugs were snakes, then prison would be a viper's pit. And the drugs are everywhere in prison. It's crazy.
Mhm.
And, I mean, there's drugs that I'd never even tried on the street before because I was never around them, like heroin. I'd never tried heroin on the streets. I'd never even seen heroin before until I came to prison. And that's one of the worst drugs. I wish
This
Yeah.
call and or telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
something I wish I had never tried. Because I ended up liking it most of all.
Right.
By its self-destructive side. And so, yeah, it's just, there's so much of it here, and it's like on the streets you can go to a meeting every single day if you need to, and here you can't. So you have to find your support system here, find a few guys that you can kick it with that are sober to help you keep on that path as well as having your higher power in your pocket.
Right. So so do you have meetings there? What do you do like for your recovery in prison?
Well, since I've gotten here, they have a lot of stuff here, but everything's a waiting list, and I'm still on the waiting list for a lot of stuff. There's been a few things I've been able to get involved in. A lot of like self-help things. There's a group that just started up called Connecting the Dots, and I'm doing that. I was doing it on Fridays, but I'm going to switch to Thursdays because I have my dog training on Friday afternoons. But just having guys like Keith and other guys in this building, there's a lot of positive supporting guys in this building with this dog program just alone.
Right.
And so it's a nice community in here, and I really dig it. It's something that I've never experienced before, that I never thought I would experience. I've never watching videos when I was at Kern Valley on the 180 yard, watching videos on the state channels about these dog programs, and just dreaming that maybe one day I'd be able to get into something like that, but I'm not sure if it would ever happen. And here I am sitting in the dog program now, and I still sometimes can't believe it. It's crazy.
Right.
Things like this just help. These kind of things just help immensely with my my mental health and everything.
Absolutely. It's like amazing what the dogs and the dog program could do for you, especially being incarcerated.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just the other night I had Finn in the cell with me, and we were just kicking it on my bunk watching TV, and I was just amazed that I was laying here and had a big old lovable dog sit with me instead of having another man sit in the cell with me,
Oh, okay.
It's totally new and exciting.
Yeah. Keith, you were going to say something?
When I think about it, like we have all these self-help groups that are accessible to us, NA and AA, and we can go to these meetings and talk about the steps or how the application of the steps in our life. But at the end of the day, it's what takes place outside of that. It's just the day-to-day conversations and interactions with people that have your best interests at heart. And that's not easy to find in here, not because it just doesn't exist, but it also takes the willing participation of the person that's suffering. Like, me and Mike were talking about it today, and it's, before he said it earlier, just the ability to ask for help.
This call
Like,
and
you
your
know,
telephone
addiction,
number will be monitored and recorded.
addiction, you know, of substance use or alcoholism, it's a very selfish, self-centered lifestyle. Like, you know, different people got high for different reasons, and like it's a very lonely disease that we feed into. So it becomes where we don't reach out for help. We don't talk about it. And, you know, we were talking about it today where we come in here in this environment and automatically we put these walls up because we use it as a means of protection. We don't want to be vulnerable in here. So the last thing that you learn to do is to be able to share and talk with somebody. So what takes place outside of the self-help groups where, you know, you get to interact with each other and you start talking about real life core issues, you know, the willingness to trust. You have to be able to trust in somebody, and you know, and that's the hardest part is the ability to trust, because for so long we lived the way that we lived where we didn't even trust ourselves anymore, let alone try to trust somebody else when it comes to our recovery. So the fact that, you know, we can wake up every day and navigate and have those conversations that are meaningful in our recovery or in our new walk, you know, a new walk in how we're trying to live our lives today, it's important. Those are the important things every day, because, you know, the old me, just like Mike, you know, we talked about this today as well, like when we were having tough times, I always had a habit of being reclusive, like going back into my cell and just shutting down and not interacting with people and not talking to people that I know that I could count on, I could go talk to, you know. But that old me, that, you know, it reared its ugly head up, and just that. So those little conversations are every day. People don't understand how significant they are in somebody's recovery in here. You know, just that support.
Right. And I was surprised to hear Mike say about there's waiting lists for the meetings. Is it for meetings or?
Yeah, and there's waiting lists.
Sign up for groups.
Oh.
Go ahead, Keith.
Okay.
Go ahead, Mike.
All right. So Mike said, go ahead, Keith. Which one? It's up to
This
you.
call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
Yeah, there is a waiting list. But the thing with Mike too is Mike started getting into all the volunteer groups as well, which is very good.
Yeah.
So they have the waiting list to get into the groups that are going to give you the milestone RAC credits, you know, the accreditation on paper. But Mike also goes to like connecting the dots and just different volunteer ones and Bible studies and all that, because he knows how important that is to maintain his personal growth. So, and that's, you know, that's available as well. But again, you could go sit out in the day room at a table with 3 or 4 guys that are on the same path as you and go over the same books that we go over in the self-help groups, NAAA, CGA, Bible studies, whatever it is. You could sit out in the day room and still, that's just as powerful, if not more powerful, because it's not just you going into the meeting simply for the credit on paper.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Mike, did you want to add to that or?
Yeah, I would agree with that. That's something I've been thinking about doing, because it's hard to get into NA classes around here, and it's something that was in the back of my mind.
You have 60 seconds remaining.
Something going to where we can have just a meeting on the yard or the day room for anybody who's still struggling with their sobriety and wanting to.
You have 60 seconds remaining.
Over the NA material.
Right.
Just talk to guys about it.
Oh, okay. Well, before we get into the next question, it's going to go out again, so we'll just call back.
Call right back.
All right. Okay, thanks. See, Mike caught on real quick to this. We all call back. And again, welcome everyone who's just joining. I appreciate you all joining. Thank you to Mike's family for joining. I really appreciate that everyone's here. Such good support. I love seeing this. I really do. And the video and this live will be available by Sunday, I will have it up on my Charge with Change platform on YouTube. But I also told Mike I could also send it to you.
This is Global Tel Link. You have a prepaid call from. This is Global Tel Link. You have a prepaid call from. Pleasant Valley State Prison, An incarcerated individual at the Pleasant Valley State Prison, Coalinga, California. This call and/or telephone number will be monitored and recorded. You have a prepaid call. You will not be charged for this call. To accept this call, say, "Thank you for using Global Tel Link."
There we go. We're back.
Hold on, Tim.
Yes, Mike you are doing great. And Sherry's here also, Mike. I think did I tell you that? Sherry's here. I'm trying to keep up with everyone.
You said Sherry or Terry?
Is it Sherry? Let me see. I gotta scroll up because these are moving. They're moving so fast. Let me scroll up and see. There's so many different people.
Named Sherry. She's up in Washington.
Yeah, no, Sherry, your sister.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she's up in Washington.
Yep, she's here too.
Hey, Sherry.
So we do have a question for Keith. It says, Keith, how important is it for your mental stability to be involved in these classes?
Mike said it earlier about trying to do it on your own. Very, very hard. Because there's a lot of pressure. Like, you start going into these groups or you start doing the clinical work on yourself. And I told Mike today, I shared with him how when I last left him at Kern Valley, I had started my journey of doing the work that I needed to do on myself. And I thought I was ready. I thought I was ready to prevent myself from having what I referred to earlier today as mental emotional relapse, where I just caved in at the first challenging issue that came up in my personal life, because I thought I was where I needed to be, because I had been doing this personal self-work with myself, whether it was the workbooks, the talking in the groups. But at the end of the day, I wasn't. So I had that relapse where I went to a crisis bed for severe depression. I went to another prison. That's when I got transferred here to this prison in 2016 or 2017, because something very significant happened in my life, and again, it was overwhelming to me. And I've taken breaks off. Like recently, I just took, when I first came to the Shard, I took the whole year off from getting involved in anything outside of just a dog program. And even though this is a beautiful opportunity and I'm able to work with the dogs and mentor other people, I started to sponge in. I started to absorb everything that was going on around me that was unhealthy for me, because it was other people's issues that came to me for help, but I wasn't doing the self-care that I needed to do. So in the last few months, I started, personally, I started getting back into that depressive state where I started getting into old behaviors. And even my wife had told me, like, you're starting to think like you used to. It's like you're losing hope. So I had to check myself. And again, that's a character defect of the collateral damage that the addiction cycle does. It's a selfish disease. It's a cycle that's selfish. So when you think that you can do the recovery all on your own without no help, that's basically the same character defect, but utilized in a way where you're convincing yourself that, okay, I can do this on my own. I became an addict on my own. Well, I can take care of my recovery on my own as well. So you see what I'm saying? It's a character defect where you don't want to ask for help. You don't maintain that management, that constant recognition of the things that, especially in this kind of environment where that you have all of these different triggers that were influential in causing you to use drugs in the past or drink or whatever. So those are still there. Those things are still there, regardless of who you start associating yourself with, surrounding yourself with, whatever kind of habits you start replacing with the old ones. Those things still exist outside that door where you live in that cell.
Right.
So it's very important that you maintain, because you can't just, me and Mike talked about it today too. You don't just say, hey, I'm done. I'm never getting high or drinking again. Or I'm never getting angry again. I'm never fighting again. Or I'm never being verbally abusive to my loved ones, my wife or my family again. Like, those are the secondary factors, influences that the root of the problem is not that. Those are the things that the behaviors that you exerted because of the underlying issues that are going on in you. So it's very much important that you maintain that, because you can never get enough insight. You can never get enough personal growth,
Right.
even at our age. So very much important.
Absolutely. And Mike, your nephew, is it Evan? Evan is here? Is that who I saw?
Ian.
Even, yes.
My nephew Ian.
He said hello.
Hey, what's up, Ian? All right.
Boy, you have your own fan club here.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have a lot of
You
people.
know, he recently got on my tablet, so we've been talking. Actually, I meant to call him the other day, and I forgot, so I had in. But yeah, he's like one of my only nephews that's on my tablet and like talking with me.
Okay. Well, I'll remind you. I'll write to you and remind you to call him.
Thank you.
No problem. So, Mike, the addiction support groups of both AA and NA have what are referred to as the 12 steps. Is there a particular step that you find directly supportive in your own recovery?
Yeah, I have several steps that help me out. Mainly the first 3 steps, step 1, 2, and 3. Step 1, we admitted we were powerless over our addictions. Our lives had become unmanageable. I had to really look at myself and admit to myself that I was powerless over this drug addiction. I couldn't beat this thing by myself.
Right.
So, each morning I remind myself of these 3 steps. Step 2 is we came to believe in a power greater than ourselves that could restore us to sanity. Drug addiction is an insane thing. Drug addiction caused me to kill 2 people. That, to me, is insane. I never thought in my wildest dreams I would have ever taken anybody.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
And because I had gotten myself so messed up with cocaine, it totally changed who I was. And step 3, I made a decision to turn my life and my will over to the care of my higher power. He's what carries me through each day. Step 10.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
Admit when we are wrong. Each day, I gotta always keep myself in check. Take a personal inventory. If I feel I did something wrong or did somebody wrong, I apologize to them, ask their forgiveness. Always try to end the day on a positive note. And also step 11, we sought through prayer and meditation to improve our conscious contact with our higher power, praying for His knowledge and will for us. That's another thing that I've been working a lot on, and praying and meditation. I pray, asking for God's guidance, and when I meditate, I'm listening for His answers. Those are the main steps that I take with me throughout the day, each day.
That's amazing. And that's, to hear that. And I have a question. Are the guys allowed to have family visits? To have family visit them? I know the answer.
What was that?
I know the answer, but we'll let you answer. So someone asked in the one of the questions was, are you allowed to have family to visit you?
Oh, so yeah, so
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
in '94 when I came to prison, I was still married. Had a couple family visits. The second one I had, my wife brought my son. He was still really young, like 2 years old, almost like 2 years old. So he probably doesn't remember it. But and then in like '95,
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
All us lifers lost our family visits. It wasn't until around 2018 that we got them back. And, as long as you were programming, not getting write-ups, you were able to get our family visits again. And I actually have had 5 family visits with my mom and my sister since 2018. My last one was right before the pandemic. I had one set up in 23, but when I relapsed and overdosed, I ended up with a write-up, and that squashed that visit. And I had one set up, but my mother, God bless her, she became ill and wasn't able to attend this one, so we are rescheduling for that one, and we hope to get something going here soon. So yeah, as long as you're programming, you're not getting yourself in trouble, they're letting us have family visits again. Whether you're married or not, you don't have to be married. You can have your immediate family come, brothers, sisters, grandparents, your kids, grandkids. It's a really wonderful thing.
Yeah, it is. And I think, as long as, like you said, you're not getting in trouble and it's other, so they have to schedule those, correct?
Yes. Yeah, you fill out an application, you give it to the correctional counselor, they send it through to the family visiting coordinator, it gets processed, and we end up getting a little packet in the mail that we fill out. We send some of it to our family, they fill it out, and then you end up, like at Kern Valley, it was a lot different than here. Kern Valley, I got a packet, it had a menu on it, I filled out the menu, turned it in. Here they have like 4 different places you can go through to get food, so it makes it a little bit complicated.
Mm-hmm.
But once for the first time it's a little complicated. Once you get them going, it's probably a little easier.
Okay, yeah. And Paige, for people that know Paige in the group, her husband is also incarcerated. She has one in a week. I love that, Paige. She has one in a week. Yeah. Her husband is in Donovan. And for those who don't know, here is a picture that was sent to me by Jamie. This is a family visit, Christmas time with Keith. So here is, for those that don't know, my co-host Keith, his beautiful wife Jamie, my dear friend, and their 2 daughters. So see, there goes a family visit. That's right there.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's in there too.
And Finn, here's Finn. Let's not forget Finn. Well, look at him. He was blending in with the carpet there because the way my light is shining on me. And there's Finn. Look at Finn there. I think I have one with just the girls and Finn. Oh yeah, here's one. Just the girls and Finn. Look at that. Oh my God, look at him. How big.
He knows when he sees that family visiting gate. When he sees that gate, he starts pulling. When Angel brings him in there, he's pulling towards that gate. He knows he's going to eat all weekend. Yeah, he knows.
He knows,
Like, let me in there.
He looks so good. Oh my God. Compared to, so Mike, I had pictures when he, first got him and when he wasn't doing too good, and what he looks like now, it's amazing, Keith. It's amazing. He came a long way. So yeah, Parker, so that's what a family visit looks like, and that's Keith and his family. And then, like we said, we have Paige has a family visit next week, and I love that for her.
You have 60 seconds remaining.
I guess call back before we go any further with the next questions.
Okay.
Okay. Yep. So as long as you're doing the right, doing the right thing, you know, they do approve them. I just wanted the guys to answer. Welcome in, everyone. There's Jamie. So that's Keith's wife is in the chat also. Hey, Margie, how are you? So welcome in for everyone who's joining. They're calling back right now.
This is Global Tel Link. You have a prepaid call from. This is Global Tel Link. You have a prepaid call from the Pleasant Valley State Prison, Coalinga, California. An incarcerated individual at the Pleasant Valley State Prison, Coalinga, California. This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded. You have a prepaid. Thank you for using Global Tel Link.
Okay. And Jamie says, okay, also they cannot have any domestic violence charges. Okay. All right. I wasn't aware of that either. And if anyone has any questions, please feel free to write them in the chat. So, Mike, do you understand what newfound spiritual principles are? And can you explain to our listeners?
Yeah, so spiritual principles. We as humans, we're not perfect. Everyone has defects. Well, in our addiction, people with addictions, we have a lot of defects. And a spiritual principle is basically the opposite of a character defect. So if I'm angry a lot, that'd be a character defect of mine. Well, a spiritual principle for that would be someone who's calm or forgiving. If I was selfish, I have a character defect of being a very selfish person. Well, my spiritual principle for that would be someone who is more concerned with others. Instead of being concerned by myself, I'd be concerned for someone else. Stealing, I had a big problem when I was young with stealing and being honest. I guess would be a spiritual principle for stealing. I always had a problem with thinking negatively towards myself. So today I try to do a lot of positive self-talk, being positive, finding them things. If you find something.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded. This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
You have a bad side, spiritual principle is going to be the good side. That kind of clarifies it.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I wasn't aware of that either. Does anybody have any questions? Go ahead, Keith.
So I want to touch on spirituality. A little bit. A lot of guys that do come into our AA meetings and NA meetings, and they have this different idea of the word spirituality. Right away we have this tag of religion to it, and I struggled with that because initially when I first started getting into my recovery and working the steps, because I felt so shameful and so low in my connection with my higher power, with God, that thinking that He could forgive me was so hard for me, because I lacked the ability to forgive myself. So when I heard spirituality right away, when I heard people talk about spiritual principles to live by, I thought they had to be like in accordance with the Bible, like with having a relationship with God, and that's not the case with spirituality. It's just the opposite of what Mike said, all the self-centered, selfish character defects that we live, codes of conduct that we lived our lives by. So like he said, like when you're, instead of lying, it's the opposite of just always maintaining an honesty, being honest with people. For me, those little things were things that were hard to apply to my life, because I had lived a certain way for so long. So it's just being honest, being empathetic towards people, being selfless instead of selfish, putting others' needs before my own. All the little things that, but it was so hard because I was not used to living like that in here. So even apologizing was a hard thing for me to do, or not holding a grudge or resentment towards somebody because they said or did something, cut you off in line, or whatever the case may be in here. So it's just moral, spiritual principles are just codes of conduct to live by that are in accordance with the way that you want to live your life in a good manner in here, whether it's in prison or outside of prison. So, like Mike said, it's just making sure those actions align with, those behaviors align with your new thoughts, because we're aware of how these character defects and how we've lived for so long. So now we're just trying to live opposite of that to make them into habits and codes of conduct that we actually live by. Because at the end of the day, you have to hold yourself accountable to those spiritual principles. And again, spiritual principles are just being aware that, hey, the world doesn't revolve around me. There's other people that exist around this world just like me, that are suffering just like I am or I was, that need just as much as I do. And that's it. It's just being empathetic and aware that there's other people around you.
Yeah, that's amazing. So there's a question. Mike, how long have you been in the dog program?
I just got in the dog program last Saturday, so I'm brand new to it.
Because you're fairly new there, correct? You're fairly new?
Yeah, I just arrived here at Pleasant Valley last April. This is my first level 3 yard that I've been on. I spent the first 7 years of my incarceration at Calipatria on a level 4 270 from 94 to 2001. And then from 2001 until I got here last April, I was in and out of the shoe and on 180 yards, which is a maximum security prison.
Oh, okay.
And that's where I spent almost 30 years.
Wow.
Now I feel like being here, I tell everyone all the time, I feel like I'm living life again. When I was stuck on the level 4s, I was always stuck in my cell. If I didn't have a job, I was pretty much in my cell 24/7. Wasn't a lot of movement. And it really, really messed with my mental health. Always kept me in a bad place, and that's where a lot of my addiction issues went. Because I was being stuck in my cell, so I just want to be numb and not feel any of that. I got here, and it feels like I'm doing things. I feel like I'm actually living life again. I'm going to services, church services every Sunday. I'm involved with my church. Last Christmas, we put on a big old Christmas play for the whole yard. It was so awesome. We got another program coming up in May we're going to do. So it's, I'm getting involved everywhere I can here. And it's really new and exciting and just giving me so much more just to live for,
Absolutely. So besides the dog program, so you have a job also?
I had a job before I moved over here to 1 block. I was in 3 block, and I had a porter job, which was pretty good because that got me out of the house all morning long, all day pretty much. You're pretty much out of your house all day here anyways, but it was just a little bit more so because as soon as I come back from breakfast, I could just cruise out of my cell, and I was out on the tier all day. And my thing was going over and cleaning the showers, and I'd keep my showers perfectly clean. Did not like dirty showers, so I'd always have to clean the showers in the building. That was my program in the morning, just doing my thing, And hopefully I'll get assigned to another job soon, but I'm not really too worried about it because I like put all my time into the dog program and other things I got going on, so really a job really isn't high on my priority right now.
Yeah, I understand that. So we have a congratulations to you. And what are you looking forward to with the dog program?
Just learning how to work with these dogs. Keith's already taught me so much. I've been working with Finn, and it's amazing what that dog will do. I'm not a slow learner.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
In some areas, I struggle a little bit, but I'm picking things up pretty quick. And I look forward to, hopefully I'll have my own dog not too far from now. For now, I just share and just get in where I can fit in.
Right. And we have a
Oh, he's
comment.
picking it up pretty quickly.
He is.
Like, I work with. Yeah, he's. I'm starting where he should be learning, like all the foundational skills with working with the dog. Like, what's the significance of the clicker? You know, what positive reinforcement is. So he's learning all the basic foundational skills that are going to make him a better dog trainer. And he understands the dog too. He's patient, so he's not like all over the place or trying to do too much. He's paying attention to, you know, when I show him how, you know, to trust more in his body language or his tone than actually giving the commands or the cues, verbal cues for the dog to do. So, you know, where to position his body, how to set the dog up for success, how to manipulate the dog into move in a certain direction just by placing his body where it needs to be. He's learning all the things that he needs to learn, and he's picking it up fast. So,
Oh, that's amazing.
he's doing great.
Yeah. And one of my friends in the chat said, I absolutely love the dog program for adults in custody. I agree. I agree. And Michael, Sherry says, Michael, you sound so amazing. It makes my heart so happy. Love you.
I love you too, Sherry. Thank you.
That's amazing. So will Mike be training dogs for adoption or service dogs? Okay. Adoption. Okay. Yep. So Mike,
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
what have been the most challenging moments in your recovery thus far? And what are some of your coping skills to maintain your sobriety?
Well, waking up in prison every day was a challenge. Got a little easier since I've gotten here because there's so much more that I'm involved in now. But like I said, before I got here and I was on these level 4 180s, waking up in prison really sucked. I knew I didn't have, you know, much to look forward to for the day. Just depending on what I had going on. There was times when I had good things going on. Like pre-pandemic, I had a lot of good stuff going on for me, and that pandemic hit, it shot down everything I had, and that put me in a really bad place. My coping skills, man, I have a book called Just for Today. I read that each morning. It gives me something to focus on, to meditate on. It's an NA book. My morning prayers, my family helps me a lot. Anytime I need to talk to somebody, I know I can jump on the phone. I can call my stepdad. He's my sponsor. If he happens to be at work, I can't get hold of him. Usually I can get hold of my sister. I always have someone I can call and talk to. And today, you know, I want to be sober. I'm happy to be sober. I feel better about it. It's who I want to be today. Being that guy, I was always looking to get high. Got old. Lost it to pill a long time ago.
Right.
And I like the person I am today when I'm sober. Whereas, you know, years ago, it was pretty much the other way around. I didn't like who I was, so I ran and gotten high because I could do it myself.
You have 60 seconds remaining.
Michael,
You have
before
60
before
seconds
you hang
remaining.
up real quick, and I know you're going to call right back, your son, daughter-in-law, and grandbaby support you and love you. They're here.
I love him too very much.
I'll see.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
In my life.
All right, call back. So for those of you that aren't familiar with the calls, they do have to call back every 15 minutes. That's the only thing. They're only allowed 15 minutes at a time. Then they'll call me right back, and we just pick up where we left off. And thank you so much. Thank you, Sarah Sue. I appreciate you. Oh, hey, Lady Jane. So we're discussing, yeah, absolutely, the dog program and addiction and recovery in prison. I'm here with my co-host Keith Erickson, who is incarcerated, and he's my co-host every week. And Michael, who is joining us also.
Link. You
So
have a
this is
prepaid
Keith.
call from
Keith Erickson.
an incarcerated individual at the Pleasant Valley State Prison, Cahuenga, California. This call and/or telephone number will be monitored and recorded. You have a prepaid call. You will not be charged. The Pleasant Valley State Prison. Thank you for using Global Tel Link. This call and/or telephone number will be monitored and recorded. You have a prepaid call. Thank you for using Global Tel Link.
And I do, Mike. I love the support you have. We do this every week, myself and Keith. We do this every Friday night, and you know that. And some of the support that comes through here with families is amazing.
Yeah, it is an amazing thing. You said my sister Angie had logged on?
Yeah, she's in here. Yep.
Okay, then my mom's probably there with her too, so I send a shout out to my sister Angie and my mom. I love you guys. And Pops, if you're there too.
Yeah. Feel free to shout out whoever you want,
There's
but so you said your dad is your sponsor?
I thought, yeah, she's my NA sponsor.
Okay.
He was a drug and alcohol counselor in his job. He is a recovering alcoholic of, I believe, 36 years now.
Wow, that's amazing.
He's an amazing man.
And that's Lawrence?
That's Lawrence, yeah.
Okay. He says, I love you, son. He's here. He's listening.
Thank you.
He's here. And Angela's here, and she said, we love you. They're all,
love you guys
don't
too.
worry, they're all here. Oh, love you too. Mom's here. Mom is here.
Okay, cool.
Oh, I love this. It's absolutely amazing.
Yeah, I've met the guy that I was talking about earlier who got out of prison. His name was Nick. He became like one of my first friends here, and he didn't have anybody out there. He was going to be homeless when he got out. He didn't have anything, and I'm so fortunate and blessed with my family, and they take care of me. And so I try to spread my wealth with other guys in here. I looked out for Nick whenever I could, and every time he needed anything, I would make sure he had what he needed. And my Philly I just left over in Free Block.
This call and/or telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
He's also a lifer, but he didn't really have anybody out there, any support or anything. So, I always tell him that if he ever needs anything, to let me know. I got him. I just I'm blessed enough to have it, and these guys are good guys. I want them to have something too.
Absolutely.
I don't like seeing anybody go without.
Mm-hmm.
This call and/or telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
And Megan's here. She says, I love you, Uncle Mike. Love you, May May.
Hey, baby. That's my niece, yeah.
We have the family
She was like
taking
my first
over.
child. I have a lot of family. Back in '89, I moved back here with my sister from Washington State back here to California, and my niece Megan, she was just a fresh little baby.
Oh,
I learned a lot with her.
okay. And Mike, what is the book you said you read again in the mornings?
It's called Just for Today,
Just for today.
and it's just daily meditations taken out of the NA basic text and another recovery book.
Oh, okay.
And it's
I
just,
love I'm writing that down also, just for today. I love that. Even though I know I could reach out to you.
Another thing I forgot to mention that today is January 16th, so it's the my 32nd year anniversary incarcerated. It was 32 years ago today, at about this time, as a matter of fact. But, so yeah, it's just each day, today's January 16th, and we feared that if we ever revealed ourselves as we were, we would surely be rejected. But our fellow members do understand us. And that's from the basic text, page 42. And you have the paragraph to read at the bottom. It says, just for today, in NA, I am among friends. I will reach out to others, giving and receiving in fellowship.
That's
That's
beautiful.
just something to read each morning to get a good start to the day.
I love that. And and I know because I speak to a lot of people here, and I know like a lot of the men that I talk to that are incarcerated, they attend mass. They go. Is that only on Sundays? Is that when they have it? Just on a Sunday?
Well, here we have Protestant services on Sunday, but throughout the week we have other get-togethers. They have Catholic services. They have Bible studies. I go to a Bible study every Monday at 3 o'clock. It's just a bunch of guys that get together, and his name is Mr. McCracken. We call him Release the Kraken. He comes in. He's a really neat guy. He's really passionate and loves what he does, and he loves coming in here and spreading the word with us and spending time with us.
See, that's amazing that you have that. It really is. So, Mike, anyone that has truly addressed their addiction will tell you that it is a secondary response to other issues as person has suffered. What does that mean to you?
So, growing up, like on the outside, I was always a happy kid, but inside, I was always unhappy because I felt like I never fit in. We moved around a lot when I was a kid, so I always had to make new friends. And being a shy, awkward kid, it was sometimes hard to do. So a lot of times I got in with the wrong crowd just because that's where I fit in. Using made me feel good when I started using. Made me feel like I was a better person, and that's where my addiction started flowing from. And so, just finding things outside of that to make it feel better is what I needed to do.
Right.
Having these, all the character defects I had growing up was partially a cause of me getting into the trouble I'd gotten into.
Absolutely.
So yeah.
So my friend Sarah says to let you know she's going to put you in her prayer book and pray for you daily.
Oh, thank you.
And we have Christy says, keep fighting, Mike. Keep fighting a good fight fight, Mike. It sounds like you're doing great. Thank you for sharing with us.
Thank you, and I will keep fighting.
Absolutely. You have to. You have a family to get home to. You have a wonderful family that's in here.
This, I do. This thing we're doing right now, this podcast, is amazing too. I never thought I'd be a part of something like this.
I know. When you said that to me, I was like, when we spoke on the phone, you weren't even aware of it. And I'm so glad that Keith, invited you to join us.
I told him I was taking him to Hollywood. I said, be patient. Just be patient, Mike. I'm taking you to Hollywood.
Oh my God, that's right. See? And you couldn't have a better person to help you along than Keith, I'll tell you what. He's amazing.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
Yeah, I was over here on orientation when I first got here, and I saw him, and I was like, I think I know that guy. And I finally got him to come over the door, and I was like, I couldn't believe it was him. I was really happy to see him.
That's right.
Marge,
Yes.
he still had a birthday card. He still had a birthday card that I drew him at least 10 years ago.
Really?
It was like, from 2015 or 16, yeah. Yeah, it was one of my favorite birthday cards I'd ever gotten, so I held on to that thing.
Oh, that's amazing. And I'm sure, the way
in prison
Keith
there
does.
once in a while.
Go ahead.
Yeah, in prison every once in a while, I know you have a close little group, and the guys will get someone to make a birthday card, and they all sign it. And only 4 guys signed it in my pod that we're in, but that was the 4 guys that that I liked in my pod that I was really close to, and even Yancey that he had on, I think last week or before,
Yeah.
he was even one of the guys that signed it. And I was telling him about it at yard the other day, and he started cracking up. He couldn't believe I still had that card either.
Oh, that's amazing. And if anyone has any more questions, let us know. Dora, welcome in. Dora, that's my daughter, Christy. Christy Marie's my daughter. Welcome in. And if anyone has questions, please feel free to ask. So, Keith, do you have anything to add also?
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
No, I'm just glad we got to have somebody. I'm glad this was the topic of discussion for tonight because, like, even though we've had guys come on here and share their journey, like this is this is something that so many of us have suffered in here. And I have a sobriety date of February 10th, 2012, and when I look back on the first couple of years, like they were the hardest years of my life in the sense of trying to find myself again and get through that cycle of telling myself that I wasn't going to get high again or drink, and then getting into a moment where I felt depressed or whatever the case may be. Like Mike said, we were locked in the cell over there at Kern Valley like almost every day, all day. And, it takes you to a dark place. And I think a lot of guys like Mike, I didn't know where to find a lot of the drugs that you find in prison out on the streets. So coming in here, you're exposed to so much. And I see so many guys coming here with the intent of wanting to do good. And then you see them later on the yard a few months later, and they're just ran themselves to the dirt because they started using or got around the wrong people. And it's sad. It's a big deal here.
Right.
It's a big deal on any prison yard. And it's that person. I've told you before, Marge, on the show that prison is a big trauma center. That's all it is it's just a big trauma center where all the underlying issues are very hard to point out that are not being rehabilitated by anybody but ourselves. Everything is pretty much inmate ran in here, so
Absolutely, it
it's
is.
hard. It's hard. Yeah, it really is. So it's I look back those first 2 years, and here we are 10 or plus years later, and now it's like I don't even think about it. I don't even when I'm having a bad day, I don't think about it. I don't think of that as a go-to where I just want to go drink or get hot.
You have 60 seconds remaining.
Do some off-the-wall behavior. Like right away, I like I told Mike today, I use a lot of positive self-talk.
You have 60 seconds remaining.
Because I don't always have the ability to call my wife, like if it's late at night and she's already in bed or she's at work, or like I don't always have that out, and some guys don't even have that at all, where they don't have nobody out in the community. So
Right,
it's a topic that I'm glad I'm covered tonight.
yeah, and it's an important topic because I hear a lot of stories that go on in there too, and it's and Mike, Mom says, so glad to hear this tonight. Love, Mom.
Yeah, cool. I'm glad you was able to join.
Yes,
you,
me
Mom.
too. Yeah. So Sarah, and I know the phones are going to go out. So all of my co-host Keith's books are available, and it just ended. All his books are available on Amazon. And their links are in my bio on my page, but this is my co-host Keith Erickson, who's on the phone with me every week. Keith sets up who we're going to speak to, the topic, the questions. I tease him. I tell him, I think you're the host, I'm the co-host. Because he has it all lined up for me. For instance, here's his tablet. I did show my friend Sarah earlier, but here's all my questions. He gets everything ready for me. And this is Keith, but his books are available. He's amazing.
This is Global Tel Link. You have a
So
prepaid
the
call
books are
from
available on Amazon.
Keith Erickson.
an incarcerated individual at the Pleasant Valley State Prison, Coalinga,
And-
California. This
and
call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded. You have a prepaid call. You will not be charged for this call. Thank you for using Global Tel Link.
Michael McCloskey?
An incarcerated individual at the Pleasant Valley State Prison, Coalinga, California. This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded. You have a prepaid call. Thank you for using Global Tel Link.
So, hi. So we're back again. So tell Michael, Skyland said, I love you very much, Pop Pop. Oh,
I love you, darling, and I love you, Raymond.
I love that. And
For
for,
grandkids.
yep, your grandkids. You have 2 grandkids?
Yes,
Okay.
you wonderful little kids.
I love that. And for Mike's family, I will download all my lives every Saturday, and I upload them onto my YouTube, Charged with Change. But for his family, Mike could give me a list, and I do have everyone's email, I believe, and I could send you a copy of it directly. Or you can just go to the Charged with Change YouTube channel. But other than that, I can send you this so you can have it. But that's only for the family and friends of Mike. The rest of you have to go to YouTube and watch it. I will.
Just got mail dropped off to the door, and I got a response back from the family visiting coordinator when I wrote him. And he says for me to submit a new application so I can get a new date. So you hear that, Mom? Says I'm going to go ahead and put in a new application. We can get the process started again.
Look at that. He just got that. That's great. So when you put that in, how long does that take? To get it approved?
It varies. Hopefully this time won't take as long. The last one, I really started this process when I first got here in April. And I think I submitted the third application I finally did to the counselor, and I talked to him about it, and he actually walked it over and got it submitted, or got the ball rolling on that one. So that was probably around June or so,
Okay.
and then we had maybe a month after that. So we didn't get our actual date until January. So it took us several months really to get going. It was my first one. I was new here. I think once you get them going, it's a little quicker probably. I think guys average about one every 3 months.
Oh, okay. All right. And it's we have a comment there. The kids are very excited to hear their pop. Oh,
Yeah.
I love that.
I got to talk to them on the phone today, and my granddaughter, she sang to me. It was awesome. She sang me a little song.
Oh,
Yeah, the beautiful voice.
that's amazing. How old are they?
You put me on the spot. Raven is, I believe, 7, and Skyline is 6. If I
Okay.
remember right.
Yeah. Hey.
They're born in 2019 and 2018 and 2019, a year apart. And it's funny, they're born the same month in February. Raven was born on the 21st, and Skyline was born on the 26th, a year apart. So,
Well, you're correct. You got that right.
yeah. Oh, great.
Yep. And Mom said I'm getting healthier each day, so we can schedule our visits soon.
I'm so glad to hear that.
She's sending
I'm glad to hear that
hugs.
she's getting healthier and feeling better.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So if anyone, does anyone have any more questions for either Keith or Mike? Mike, I'm so happy you decided to do this with us. This was amazing.
So am I. You know, when this is like way so far out of my comfort zone, and it's when you emailed me them questions, I started having doubts right away. I started doubting myself, and I had to pull back and get the negative thoughts out of my head and start positive talk to myself, and just reinforce myself that I could do it. So I just sat down and started writing out the questions. I started writing out some answers, preparing for it. So that's why a few times I kind of got stuck and lost a little bit. It might have sounded, but yeah, I'm really glad I did this.
Yeah,
Really
me
glad.
too. And again, Keith, you're fine. Like Keith knew you could do it, so
I know
I
how
appreciate this.
I know how hard it is to get out the comfort zone in the beginning. I know.
yeah, you knew that. Keith knows what he's doing. So I do have a question. What
Keith
do
knows I
you,
can make it.
go ahead. Keith knows.
I was going to say, Keith knows I can make a mean tuna crunch wrap.
See?
He does. Yeah,
Really?
he made a mean crunch wrap the other
I made him lunch the other day.
Yeah. He did good.
Just wait till you have my
I didn't even
pork
share
rice
none
bowl.
with him.
Oh, okay. So wait, what is that? What does that consist of?
A pork rice bowl?
Yeah.
Yes, I make a bowl of rice, but I use I'll either use a pork sausage or a sausage end. I just got a package and I got some barbecue pulled pork, so I'll use that. I take a bag of chicharrones, pork rinds. I'll throw in
This call and
orange
your telephone
fillet.
number will be monitored and recorded.
Put
Okay.
in some poison sauce, some sweet and sour sauce. Mix that all into the pork rinds, a little bit of hot sauce. I have a large green jalapenos to give it to her. I'll dice up some of that and some onion. I'll mix that all up in the chicharrone bag, and I'll toss that in the microwave, nuke it for about a minute. And then once the rice is done, I pour some soy sauce on that, and then I dump the
Okay.
chicharrones and the meat and everything right on top. And that's a meal and a half right there. You can eat half of that, and then set your bowl on your locker and eat the rest later.
Yeah, sounds it. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I had a silly And Keith, I believe it was Kevin that first made me that pork bowl over there at Kern Valley. And I started making that ever since. I love them things. I try to eat one once a week if I can.
Oh, okay. So, Mike, is there anything in
This call
particular
and your
like
telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
that you like to draw, like with your art? Is there anything in particular you're interested in when you do your art, or?
Yeah, well, I've done like almost everything I've done. I've sent home. I do it all for my family. They take care of me so much. So I would try to fill their walls with artwork. And I've done a few graphite pencil drawings. I did a big one for my sister Terry. Big one for my mom. I recently did some big paintings and drawings for my grandkids. My grandson's really into Marvel characters, so I did him a big Spider-Man. And my granddaughter, she likes the Nightmare Before Christmas characters.
Right.
So I did her something like that. Right now, I'm working on something for her and another thing for my grandson. I'm hoping to have those done for their birthdays next month. I just recently sent a big painting to my mom. She got that. She loved it. Yeah, I do floral. I do landscape. Funny little characters. Whatever comes to mind.
Right. That's amazing.
Yeah, with the help of the art program or the hobby program, my mom ordered me some paints, and I pretty much taught myself how to paint with acrylics.
Okay.
I think I had those paints I had them for a few months before I actually picked them up and used them because I was a little intimidated, not sure how to get started. And I believe it was a Mother's Day that I grabbed my celly. This is at Kern Valley. I told him, let's make our mom's cards for Mother's Day. So we sat down with the paints and started going. And I haven't stopped since.
See? Yep. And we know, and everyone knows Keith loves that also. Keith did a beautiful painting of my son Vinny.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know, I lost my son in 2006, and Keith did a beautiful painting of my
I'm sorry.
son. Thank you. Thank you.
Keith is an amazing
that's
artist.
my first-
Yeah,
I'm not-
I see a lot of his work.
Oh, what's that, Keith?
Yeah.
I said that's my. Art's
This call
always been
and
my
your
therapy,
telephone
like
number will be monitored and recorded.
art and writing, like those two means of expression have always been like. Man, drawing has gotten me through so many dark times, especially in here where, sitting in isolation or like just being caged in a cell, just being able to do that, just being able to draw. I mean, I would sit there for 10, 12 hours a day just drawing, and like, it helped me a lot.
Absolutely. Yeah. But if there's no more questions, any questions, feel free. If not, it's up to you, Keith. Are we going to call it with this call or?
Yeah, we'll wrap it up with this call.
Yeah, we're going to wrap it up with this call. This is about our time normally. But I appreciate all your family joining, Mike. Everybody joined. And I'll be in touch with you, Mike. I'll message you and we'll keep in touch.
That'd be awesome. Yeah, I'm so happy that all my family was able to join in.
Me too. Me
That was
too.
just an experience they really have enjoyed, and I enjoyed it a lot myself.
I love that. Well, Keith, is there anything else or
No, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm just glad we got to cover this tonight. And it was awesome to see all the support Mike has too. So
Oh, it really is, Keith.
That's
I'm
pretty awesome.
sitting here, I'm reading all these messages. It's amazing to have this. And they're saying, please have Mike come back again. Listen to this. Okay. And that's not from a family member either. That's from my family member. It's from my daughter.
yeah.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. Oh,
Thank you.
you did great. John says, Dad, we love you.
Yeah, we'll have we'll
Well,
get
you
together
guys.
again and have a few of us call in on an
Yeah.
all-star show or something, you know.
Yeah, here we go. That's right, Keith. Little star show. Yep. Yep.
Do something.
Yeah, absolutely.
Somebody. Yeah, thank you, Margie. Thank you again for another good night.
Thank you for all you do for me. I couldn't do this without you. You know that. All right, Mike, I'll be in touch. I'll message you tomorrow. You want to talk?
Okay, Marge. Thank you for inviting me. Keith, thank you for inviting me. Thank you, all you guys listening up there. Thank you, my family. I love you all. I couldn't be here without you.
This call and/or telephone
And
number will
keep
be
pushing
monitored and
forward.
recorded.
Keep pushing forward. You have a lot of support.
Yep.
That's right.
That's
I
right.
appreciate
Oh,
it.
he will.
That's right. Oh, I know. And you have Keith there to keep you going too. Keith, thank you again. I love you. And I will, let's try to do a call this weekend.
Okay, yeah, we'll do so. We'll call either tomorrow or Sunday.
All right.
But yeah, I love you, Margie. Have a good night.
All right. Love you.
And to my love, sister Christy and everybody else.
All right.
Your sister's out there. Okay. All right.
Jamie still on?
Katie, yes.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Jamie.
I'm still good.
Okay, so I love you.
You guys have a good night.
Okay. Good night, Mike.
I love you guys.
All right. Love you, Keith. That was amazing. What great support. There you go, Chris. That was for you. He said, tell my sister. He loves Christy. Christy has helped him with his books, just printing pages for him. But that's what I was showing. Keith has 3 books out there on Amazon. This is his last book that just came out. It's Trauma Unraveled. This is about his life, Keith's life. Angel, you're welcome. And I'll be able to send you a copy of this over the weekend. I'll probably have it done by Sunday because they have to send it to me. I have to download it and then upload it. And then this is Unleashed. This is about the dog program. And then we have Fiona and Finn, the dogs that are part of Wiley's Wishes. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate you. Love you. But yeah, so it was amazing. If there's any other questions, but I do enjoy doing this, especially for the right reasons. These men are trying to change and they're doing their best. I really, from the time I spoke with Mike, we started only speaking last week. You know what, you could tell who really wants to change, and he was excited about his family being here. He was sending me a bunch of emails. He's like, do you mind sending it? And I'm like, absolutely not. Just let's do this. So, and I appreciate that you guys joined for him. He needs that love and support. And we do this every Friday at 8:30. There's always a different topic. We touch on college behind bars, domestic violence, outside. Thank you, Dora. And I also have my page on YouTube, Charged with Change, because they're charged with a crime, but they have to change. So that's what we do. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. And they deserve a second chance. Everyone deserves a second chance. I love it. He will make it because his family support. Absolutely. Thank you, Dora. And like I said, knows Keith, he's just amazing. I absolutely adore Keith. We only met doing this. Never met any of these guys. I met Keith doing what I do. He jumped on here. He's friends with one of my friend's husbands. And he asked me if we can do this. And we've been doing this for months now. So next week I'll have my topic. Keith will start working on it. Trust me, by tomorrow morning, he'll give me a topic and who we're going to interview. And like next week, we also have two men, Josh and John out of Donovan. I believe we're going to do that next Thursday. We're going to be continuing our discussion on domestic violence. and they teach courses in the prison. So, and they come here and we have discussions, and I absolutely love it. So we will have Mike back. Of course we will. We usually have, we'll have them come back after a few weeks. But hey, Dan. But I appreciate everyone joining. What are you scared about, Chris? And John, I don't know if I have your email. No, I do have your email, John. I'll send you a copy of this. Absolutely. I'll get that out to you over the weekend because I have to wait till I could download it and then upload it again, but I'll get it out to you. I know, Margie, I enjoy these talks. Every week I tell Keith every time we interview somebody, and I think it's like the best one, and then they get better and better and better. You should bring Mike back when he gets a dog so he can tell you. Absolutely, we can do that. We can do that. Yep. I got to tell Keith he should get Mike on to doing some pages for the coloring book. He absolutely should because he needs some more pages for the book. So Keith has a children's coloring book coming out the end of the month. Thank you, Katie. Thank you. Can you please send me the link? Absolutely, I can. Absolutely, I'll send it to you. Mike is going to give me everyone's emails, and I do have quite a few emails that I already email. Were you one that I emailed? Because I know he gave me 5 people to email. If not, you could either message me on here, send me a message, or I'll just ask Mike. I'll ask Mike for it. That's all. And I'll send it to you. Absolutely. Oh, no, I'm afraid. Dan. But yeah, like I said, every week he has someone that comes on and their stories, and to tell their stories is absolutely amazing. It really is. And I love that Mike's there. So they knew each other for years, Keith and Mike. But now they're in the same prison, and Keith gets everyone. I knew Mike was uncomfortable, but Keith has a habit of doing that. He will make you uncomfortable to get comfortable. He absolutely will. Yep, there's my YouTube channel, Charged with Change. And Keith just messaged me. Keith just sent me a message. Can everyone please say prayers for Becky? She's a dog handler who was involved in a car accident tonight on her way to the prison to pick up a dog that was being adopted. And she's in intensive care. A driver went through a red light and hit her, and she's in pretty bad shape. So Keith just messaged me and asked for prayers for Becky. So, yeah. Oh, Lady Jane, I didn't know if you heard. That was the reason. And I don't know if you dropped by that at my 2:30 live that we did. I was getting a call from Angel with the dog program, and she never calls me during my lives. She knows I can't pick up the phone, and for her to call, there was something up. And I hung up, and after I got off the live, I called her, and she was behind Becky. Her car was behind her. They were going to go pick up the dog from Manny. He had a dog that they were ready to, that was going up for adoption today, and they were on their way there, and someone ran a light and hit her car, and she's in intensive care, and Angel saw the whole thing. It's really heartbreaking. Oh, okay. It dropped you. All right. I wasn't sure. So yeah, we'll just keep Becky in our prayers. But well, I'm going to end it here. We're going to go over to the other live on Favorite It. We're going to head over there. I have to open up a message from Dan. I'll open it over on Favorite It. So everyone, Have a good night. I appreciate each and every one of you for joining. Mike's family and friends, thank you so much. And there's where we're going, where Katie said we're going to be over on Favorite It for a little bit. Thank you for joining. I appreciate you. I will get this live to you guys. Again, thank you so much. I love how much you support Mike, and he needs this. He needs his friends and family. And he just made another friend in me, so I'll be messaging him tonight and tomorrow. We'll keep him going and we'll have him back on with us. So everyone, have a good night. Enjoy your weekend. Be safe. And I will talk to everyone on Monday myself. Other than that, we're going to go over to Favorite It. So everyone, thank you again. Bye.